My Hero Academia. So,
My hero.
Before we begin, a little Thurman here, corner here. So, ladies and gentlemen,
You gonna tell them about our best boy moment we just had?
no, it's something a little bit different.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, be on the lookout, either on the YouTube channel or the Twitter. There's going to be a poll up, a poll for you all to vote on about a special video that was my idea that me, myself, or Red will be doing. It's basically a poll to decide which arc from the current lineup of Jump. We're gonna picking like I pick like the best ones from each series, right? I'm putting them in a poll, and then you guys vote on which arc.
We should do a video about it and talk about. Very Tekken 101-esque. Sorry, Thurman takes too long to explain shit. Let the fucking professionals step in. It's his own idea that he told me once, like a month ago, and I know it better than him. No, yeah, you know it's true, bitch. So, yeah, no, basically, we're going to have a bunch of fucking awesome arcs, and we're going to do a poll where it's like, what arc do you want us to fucking revisit and talk about and review like we would review a current chapter, which sounds awesome. I'll probably make it a poll in this video here, so bam, look for that. That's a thing. If I forgot and it's not there, be like, Red, the fuck, where's that poll? And then I'm
going to stick him the photo that I made.
Yeah.
And of all the arcs that I put in.
And I might add some if there's not sufficient arcs in there, because he's wrong, always.
So, sure, whatever.
Now,
Anyway.
Thurman, this man Shigaraki right now, starting to scare me a little. He's like, listen, I am a force of fucking nature, but I want more. And he's going down that, like, more power, more unlimited power villain route. And I'm like, the big concern here. So what's your thoughts?
I'm very interested because I believe you called this.
Probably.
But
I call many things. Go on.
It's so interesting to me. Listen to what he says on my official manga app.
Oh shit.
Came out early this week. Cool. So it's interesting to me because Shigaraki pulled a Hisoka. He's basically said he said, I'm done. I want to see if he actually says it in this.
He says, I'm done taking the. I know what you're talking about. He's like, I'm not going to underestimate.
Yeah, he says, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And what he means by pulling
there
Hisoka is Hisoka after the Corolla fight. Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, he's like, listen, there's no reason to underestimate him. You know, you're telling me, yeah, you beat this guy, you abolished or demolished a city. But he's like, yeah, but look, I'm still injured. I want to be able to beat people. I want to Thanos people. I want to like snap my finger, they're dead. You know, why should I possibly have to exert any effort? I just want things to be destroyed in front of my might. And what I like about that is he compares that to what All For One would do. He was like, oh, that's such you're truly All For One successor. Because think about it. All For One, what was he known for? Being extra as fuck. Going beyond what was necessary constantly. Because what was All For One's big thing? Like, he was like, I specifically chose your master's grandson to do this to. Why? God, I just thought it'd fuck with you. I just wanted to make you angry and upset. Just because I thought it'd make you angry. Like, it's just... And I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, All For One. That is such a dick move. And it's such a, like... And now we know, maybe he had a certain potential, and that's why he chose him. But I always preferred the, like, he's just being a dick theory. But either way, All For One is extra as fuck. And he's like, you being extra as fuck, just like All For One. I dig it.
So it's just so crazy because it's just like this is a huge character shift for Shigaraki.
It really fucking is. He's like an entirely different character. And to kind of complement that, look how he's like drawn in all white all the time now. It's like he's gone from like a demon of death to an angel of death. I don't even know what he's going for here, but like the color shift definitely correlates with his massive character shift.
And it's just like, oh my God, Shigaraki! Like, could you imagine? Like, what's the biggest thing that me and you were talking about? It's just like, okay, what is his plan now? Is he gonna wait, or is he gonna fucking just go in and just like fucking?
Well, apparently he's gonna go into some sort of cocoon to do some sort of thing to be more powerful.
He's gonna enhance his quirk. So him is just like, okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna fuck around anymore. It's no longer gonna be underestimating them. Our next fight is going to be our last.
Yo, All Might's fucking dying in that 4 months. It's happening.
Like, he's trying to fucking end this shit, bro. Like he's pulling a Hisoka.
Like it's end the world time right now.
Bro, I'm done letting everyone pick my battles for me. I'm now picking the battles. Like that's fucking amazing. Like holy shit. So he's going into hibernation in the next 4 months. So do you sense a time skip going on right now?
Do you think they're going to skip the entire 4 months? Probably not.
Well, no. I'm not saying like skipping 4 months. I'm saying like just a time skip.
A time skip like, after the attack? Yes.
Yeah, like
100%. Here's what's going to happen. I'm calling it right now, okay? So in like a year you can be like, "Yo, Red called it." I think that Shigaraki's going to attack. Fuck up a lot of people. We're going to have some deaths. I think Horikoshi's going to like get out of bitch mode and actually kill some people. And I think at that point, the hero, or whoever's surviving, the students that are surviving, I don't know if students will die, but definitely like teachers are gonna die, pro heroes are gonna die, All Might's gonna die.
I would not teachers died, honestly.
The older generation, a lot of them are gonna die. It's gonna be like a moment where they have to pass the torch through death. And then somehow they're gonna get to a position where like, okay, they retreat, they find a place to hide, they find a place to have refuge, and then like that's gonna be the big like. You remember in Katekyo Hitman Reborn where like the beginning of the series is all like happy-go-lucky fun and games, yada yada, and then it's like shit gets real. Like I imagine it's gonna be like the academia part of this. At some point, the academia part of this series is gonna be done. Like all right, no more fun and games, And I, by the way, I don't mind the fun and games. Some of the best parts of this series are the slice of life, but it's gonna be fascinating because I think we are gonna get to a point where we time skip. We see these kids, maybe potentially a little older. I'm not sure how much older it would go, but like, I don't know. I can't speak to how long the time skip will be, but I think there will be a time skip, and I think it'll be kind of like a whole new tone for the series. It's going to be more like, kind of like a shit's apocalyptic now. Shit's kind of in chaos, and we gotta fix this.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, if this attack succeeds, I think that's going to be the end of the hero system. If not the end, then...
it's anarchy time, baby.
Yeah, a major reshift, right?
Definitely.
Because here's the thing. Because what's crazy is the fact that, okay, so he's going to be in Cocoon for 4 months, right? So after the attack, if the time skip happens, because they're still first years... So I would probably argue like you think he might pull a Bleach, pull a Kubo in like 6 months time skip, or pull
I would hope for a little bit of a longer one because I think the longer the time skip, the more impactful it is. The more impactful the power shift and stuff like that. But at the same time, you don't want to run the risk of Gurren Laganing it. And if I'm remembering correctly, Gurren Lagann's time skip was something crazy like 7 to 10 years. Is that correct?
It was 7 years, I believe.
Yeah. So like, I have my friend's favorite, one of his favorite anime is Gurren Lagann, and he actually was not a fan of the time skip because he felt like the characters changed so much that it wasn't even the same show anymore. I can't speak to that. What's up?
Yeah, I agree with that. As someone who read Gurren Lagann, it was the time skip. The time skips sort of changed the shift of the series. Like a lot of characters.
But that's okay, but it can't be like a totally different series,
Yeah, but that's what it was.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that he's got to balance it if he's going to do a time skip, right? Like you can't skip it so much. Like I don't want them to be like fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure-esque muscle men. Like it'd be really weird. It'd be jarring as fuck if they were like kids and now they're like, oh, like in Fairly Odd Parents when like Timmy's future self came forward and he was like really muscly and like manly.
Yeah,
like I don't want to see Deku like that. Like he still kind of has to have that element of a kid. So like I think the best scenario would be to do like a Naruto-esque time skip where it's like, because Naruto, he came back, he was still a kid, right? Slightly more mature, but still had kid-like tendencies. He went from like preteen to teen, or like, because remind me, they're first year high school right now, correct?
Yeah,
so they'd be like 15.
Yeah, 15, 16.
So yeah, I mean maybe like do a good old like 15 to 16, or right now they're 15 or 16 and they go up to like roughly like 17 to 18.
Oh yeah, 18.
And especially if we all know the fucking controversy about like, is Horikoshi looting them too much? Just make them all 18 and fucking so we can stop worrying about it. Jesus Christ, thank you.
Looting them too much. Ooh, looting the men and the
Remember
women.
that whole conversation we had last video that I had to edit out because it was like too controversial?
I think people just want to complain about stuff that
no, I know, bro. My point is, in anime, I wouldn't even. I'm telling you right now, if I was writing a series, I wouldn't even fucking chance it. Like, no character would be under 18. It's too risky. Too many angry people on Twitter. Too many gray zones. It's not worth it. If I was Horikoshi, I'd be like, "Are you happy now? Are you happy now? They're 18. Now let me draw my beach color spreads in peace."
And that's why YouTube will always be better than Twitter. The end.
Dab.
So,
but yeah, no, I mean, in general, that'd be cool, and I expect it. And I think this 4-month situation is gonna be, it's gonna be like the Attack on Kamino on fucking steroids. Shit's gonna go crazy. Society's gonna collapse. All Might's gonna die. It's gonna fucking trend on Twitter and be a huge fucking shaking, rocking force in the anime community. It's gonna be nuts.
So, continuing on here, Hirokoshi's doing something that's fascinating, because what do we say about these last few chapters? That once Shigaraki got his boost, right? We're like, okay, this man, like the kids themselves are not gonna be able to handle Shigaraki, or like I feel like even like the other members of the League of Villains will be too much for the students right now, right? So everyone,
I don't know about that one. Some. Like Toga is still just a woman with a knife.
Nah, but think about it though. After the 4 months, like she literally may learn how to fucking copy. Like, bro, like, come on, like think
That's
outside the
true.
box.
You're right, and I still hate that. By the way, that's dumb.
Think outside the box.
You're right. I just wanted to be contrarian. I'll be honest. No, you're right. Toga. I'll be honest with you. Thank you for reminding me of that. I forgot that. I blocked that out of my head because of how dumb it is. Like, side rant. Does anyone think it's okay that her quirk went from I can look like someone to I can look like someone and also copy their quirk? That seems a bit like it's like I'm Monoma but better. It's like,
because
I don't know.
Let's be honest here. I guarantee most League of Villains are boosts. They're gonna get, but most of them are gonna get boosts, like 100%. Like even Dobby, I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden Dobby's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I can control ice now, just like Todoroki."
Oh, that would suck. No, please, you can't, man. Like, I've been over this before. I'll say it again. And by the way, it's 4 a.m. if I sound slurry here, but fucking. You don't improve a character by slapping more powers on them. You improve a character by having them use their powers in more creative, unique ways. But we've been over this, so I'll stop. But what I did want to say is, I think I've lost it. You say what you want to say, and maybe I'll remember it.
So, yeah, man. So, like I was saying, the League of Villains is clearly. I'm going to call it now. League of Villains are clearly going to be way more powerful than the students now. So I'm liking that Hawks is like, focus on the students, boost them up.
Yeah, I think Hawks knows that the old generation is gonna be dead soon.
Yeah, like those, like focus on because here's the thing, right? He didn't just focus on 1A students. There was 2B in there.
Yeah, I know. We saw some like low tier characters. I was impressed. We saw Mushroom Girl, best Mushroom Girl.
Like, there are a bunch of fucking characters in here, right? Like, a bunch of the young characters here. Like, they're gonna, like, I wouldn't be shocked. 4 months from now, from this series-wise, they're gonna, most of the characters are gonna be fucking strong as shit, because they have to be.
Do you think,
they're gonna have to.
Do you think that this is gonna be, like, the Marineford of My Hero Academia?
Probably. I wonder where it's gonna take place, though. Like, do you think they're gonna attack UA as a whole, or do you think it's gonna be like somewhere?
Well, so what does Shigaraki say? He says he wants to decimate All Might's legacy. Is that what he said?
Let me look on my.
I gotta find it. No. Did it? I'll use everything at my disposal to turn All Might's remnants into dust.
Okay,
what's the official manga app say?
Okay, so I'll use everything I've got to obliterate the dregs All Might left behind. The next time we meet, I'll finish them off.
What was the word that you couldn't pronounce there? Because that's basically the important one.
Dregs.
Like dregs of society?
D-R-E-G-S.
Hey Siri, define dregs.
Dregs means the remnants of a liquid left in a container, together with any sediment or grounds.
Okay, so it's basically like, yeah, just the remnants. It's a fancy way of saying like the remnants of it. So like the remnants of All Might's legacy. He needs to. I think he's kind of saying like I need to fully crush All Might, finish the job that All for One couldn't do. Yada yada, something like that. Well, I mean, yeah, if he wants to, I imagine killing All Might is on top of his list. You know, I mean, think back to the mall scene where he was like, "Oh, of course, All Might is the cause of all my problems." So I imagine that'll be step one, and then he'll probably consider Deku. Hold on, I'm still talking. Yeah. I was gonna say he's gonna consider Deku another remnant of All Might's legacy, as well as didn't they say something in this chapter about how you could also even get the quirk one for all?
I think so.
Yeah, he was like, you could even master the thing that All for One couldn't master, one for all, and he was like, what? Didn't he? Like, that's how I understood that.
Oh, I have to go back and reread it.
We'll make sure, because I want to make sure, because like I wasn't too sure if I was reading that properly, but like, hold on.
Okay, so you said.
He says, but once you overcome it, go to the page where he's like snapping out of the cocoon. It's page 8 for me. He's like, even one for all. Yeah. Okay,
but if you can overcome it, you'll find that you'll have everything in the palm of your hand, even one for all. The one power that didn't behave as he saw fit.
Yeah. And he was he's absolutely talking about because remember that was the quirk that he gave to his brother. Or no, wait. No, because his brother had a quirk to pass on quirks, but he had no quirk, and then he gave his brother a quirk, and then that activated the quirk to be able to pass on quirks. So, yeah, basically the way I understand it is, you'll even be able to get all that quirk as well. Is my assumption.
Yep.
It's fucking nuts.
Hirokoshi's been pulling some genius level shit right now.
The big thing I wanted to talk about was this quirk singularity thing. I fucking love that. Like, that is a concept that freaks me the fuck out, right? And they hinted at it during like the daycare shit that was going on a long time ago. Not a long time, probably like a year ago at this point. The daycare shit. It was like, look at these children. You know, we're like, these children are so powerful that like the parents can't even contain them. They were giving like not like a lot of trouble, but like untrained children were like kind of making some fucking like trained ass students sweat a little bit. This new generation, it's terrifying. And I like the way that the doctor puts it. He's like, think about it as like the software is upgrading faster than the hardware. Our bodies are not evolving quick enough to handle these quirks. There's going to come a point. And I like this because at first when I thought of quirk singularity, I thought of just the kids are going to get more powerful than the parents, and it's going to be an issue because we're not going to be able to fucking control the new generation. But no, it's described here as like, no, our bodies literally can't handle these quirks. There's going to become a point where just existing is going to kill us from these quirks because the quirks are going to be so powerful, and our bodies aren't keeping up with the evolutionary speaking. So that's just an interesting concept. I've never seen anything like that before, at least in like a mainstream shonen, and I think that's fascinating. I'm curious to see where it's going to go, because the idea that like you're just on an evolutionary scale, the human body is not going to be able to handle quirks. That's crazy. Like it's an unsustainable system. So everything is screaming to me that like the quirk system is going to be quirks I feel are going to be abolished by the end of this series. Like everything is just screaming to me that it's unsustainable. You know, it's not going to work. It's like I don't see quirks continue to be a thing unless they literally solve this evolutionary problem, and I don't know how they would, because that's one hell of a problem to solve.
Scientists be like, "Oh, we have a quirk that helps other quirks," like, you know.
I don't know, man. Like that. That's the problem they're stating there is I mean, maybe. I don't know. Like, I would respect the fuck out of this author if he ended the series by, like, making everyone
Getting
normal. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, here's the thing. Like that, we know what would be beautiful about that. That immediately shuts down any possibility of like a Boruto.
Ooh.
Like no more powers. Don't make a shitty spinoff, please. Thank you.
I mean, they already made a spinoff, Village Vigilantes.
But it's good, isn't it?
I've read it. Apparently, it's good. I don't know. Not many people talk about it.
I've heard good things.
I haven't really heard anybody talk about it too much.
Slap in the comments if you like Vigilantes. I've heard good things.
Yeah, I've been planning on reading it. It's
yeah,
on
we should
my.
read it. Andy likes it. He and my other friend here. He tells me it's good. Let's see.
I figured it's probably like one of those like series. It's just like, oh wow, the main series is going on. This is what's happening in somewhere over here type stuff.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And sometimes there's like some overlap shit. Like I hear that they go into like certain characters' backstories more over there too. Like
yeah.
I hear it's pretty good actually. Also, I do want to talk about how I fucking love Redestro's new personality of like constant happiness. It's really funny to me. He's just like, those books you're handing out. Oh, thank you. So you clearly understand. And I love this like where Twice is just like, I don't get it. Can you tutor me?
I thought he was that moment. I thought he was actually going to
catch it on.
Yeah, like I thought he was gonna be like, "You're the traitor, aren't you, Hawks?" Like I'm waiting for it, bro. Here, Koshi's fucking
blue balls.
Giving you like what you guys say in the Promised Neverland, the world's
the world's slowest, shittiest hand job. Yeah.
So it's just like, bro, that's what it is.
No, listen, man. First of all, I'll be honest with you, because you know I'm legit. Like when I fall for some shit, I'll tell you. Like I knew the way it was set up. He's gonna be like, oh, thank you, because like that's been Redestro ever since he fucking got cucked. I don't like to use that word because it's cringy, but he got cucked. He got cucked by Shigaraki. Shigaraki came in and fucked his metaphorical wife in front of him. Okay, let's be honest.
I'm just waiting. I don't want to be surprised by it. I just want to wait and be like, oh yeah, Cox, we know you're the traitor, so you have to die now.
No. I'm still on my thing. If Redestro had a woman that he was in a relationship with, what do you think Shigaraki would have done?
Nothing.
Okay, this is getting edited out. You ruined the joke. I'm out.
Let me finish. I didn't even get to finish.
I'm so tired, bro.
I don't know, bro. I'm tired.
I'm trying to be funny. It's very difficult. At 4:20, blaze it in the morning.
4:20, blaze it. Put your lighters up.
It's 4:20 for me. I think it's 1:20 for Thurman.
3 hour difference.
Yeah. Come over here and suck my dick.
Oh, that's already happened. Oh, I had a joke, but that would not be good to say right now.
Say it. I can just edit it out. Say it.
So, you know how we're dressing up as Mao and Reagan, right?
Oh, no.
Mom,
listen, that's...
Bro.
I can't do that. I mean, I am your master.
Oh my god.
Ding, ding, ding.
You better edit that out immediately.
Bro, you gotta exercise this demon from my cock, mob.
Bro, you have to edit that out.
Use your psychic energy to just get all this evil, cursed semen out of my balls, mob.
Just oh, that needs to be edited out ASAP.
But it's so funny.
Do not. Red, we will really cancel if that shit gets out. That is what you should be worried about.
Listen, what if I just bleep out everything?
No.
Like, what if I just bleep out everything we're talking about, and then they can still see the reaction? It's so funny. Isn't it funny? It's so funny though. Like you gotta have every Controlled Chaos video has to have at least one fucking hilarious moment. If I cut that out, there's no hilarious moment.
We need that bleep going. We need that bleep going.
I'll bleep it hard, bro.
Bro, let's do it. I'm ready. All right, you convinced me, boy. Yeah. Keep that shit in.
Bleep.
And
Oh man, that was a beautiful thing. So much editing.
I have honestly, I have nothing else to talk about. Honestly, I think everything's been talked about here.
Hold on. Let me slap myself through real quick. Hold on. The whole like, you're probably just gonna be training with sidekicks, but then Endeavor, I think, because of the code from Hawks, he's actually is gonna personally train them, which I thought was cool. And of course, Bakugo's like, "Excuse me, bitch," when he hears that, which I love. And I like that Shoto's like, no, I understand Bakugo's complaint. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, that's really about it.
Man, copping out.
Not really, bro. I don't force myself on like some bitch over here.
What about
this chapter? Was a 8.5 out of 10 for me. My bullshit rating.
Nah, fam, that's good. Well, I think that was a good little talk, and yeah, I mean, he's just setting up some crazy shit. And I am curious, right? Like, how much of this internship are we gonna see, or will it do a time skip now? I don't know. Are we gonna see like the entirety of this internship? Is that gonna be an arc in and of itself? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd be a 50-50, like maybe like a 2 months time skip or something like that, and then
like some Oda shit, like 3 days until the Fire Festival, 2 days until the Fire Festival.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe because right now it feels like the way he's writing it, he's setting up some sort of time skip. So we may see it or we may not. Who really knows? All we can really do is wait till next week and get hyped about it.
All right. I guess that sounds like peace.
Peace.